Guys, good afternoon everybody. We are using this 2 o'clock motivational to record our listening comprehension. That's 33 minutes of listening comprehension just in English for people to improve the vocabulary, try to understand the idea, no translation, connection with the language. So we are going to talk today about motivational points, and we have 33 minutes to talk always about happiness, the secret of life, what's a good way to be in contact with the language, okay? I'm here online at 2 o'clock. Usually it's in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, but here is our schedule for you to see our calendar. On Mondays, we have this motivational, that's self-conscious about yourself, that conscious and inconscious about yourself, okay? And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have survival English. Sometimes it's in Portuguese, sometimes it's in English. It talks about business English, certificates, discipline we must have in order to study, what's necessary to study related to methodologies, okay? There are other issues related to the basic students always on Wednesdays, okay? We are about to launch our master class, okay? That's gonna be during this week. We are going to use Campos do Jordão, the winter season, temporada de inverno, to launch the master class. This year in July, the masterclass is going to be different because it's a triple masterclass series. We're going to talk in 3 masterclass about 3 semesters in 3 classes. I love the number 3. That's why we're doing this, okay? So today we're going to talk about why. Why do we need to have targets and objectives in life? And this is super important in order to get up. Because if you don't have motivation, you don't know how you're getting up. So people without discipline, without goals, are people that usually don't connect with results. They focus in the problem, they never focus in the results. So we are talking about this kind of people that usually have this connection with this, why am I getting up? Yeah, why am I sleeping? So why do I exist? Why do I need this? Why do I want this to my life? Right? So the first thing we do is when you answer, how are you? Most people ask, how are you? Or how are you doing? And the answer is usually, I'm okay. Yeah? So we have to say, I'm great. I'm excellent. That's the best day of my life. I'm doing my best in order to give the best to others. So we are using this different way to answer for the people to answer our replies. What kind is your reply? But here in Brazil, we usually say, tudo bem, tudo bem. Nobody says, no, I'm bad, sit down, I want to talk about it, yeah? So the idea here, first of all, is to see how you reply, how do you answer to this question, how are you doing? How do you do? This is the best opportunity of my life, okay? That's the best day of my life. Monday is not a difficult, it is a difficult day, but I can make it different, okay? That's a great opportunity I have with my life. So that's really important for you to use this to answer to yourself first and then to others how your life is. So I separated some questions for us to have a conversation related to your plans. Because when you are excellent, it's because you are decided. When you're decided, you know where you're going. You have a calendar, you have a schedule, you have an agenda to put the things, yeah? And that's related to doing things. And when you do things, we usually say, I'm going to. I'm going to say that, right? I'm going to say something that's related to input what I want to my life. And when I say I'm going to, it's calendar, that's related to agenda, it's a future process. Because if you say I will, or maybe, or I don't know, I might, you're not saying that you're really connected, you're really committed, yeah? So that's different when I say I'm going to find a job, yeah? That's different than you say I will find a job. I will find a job. You don't tell me exactly when. When you say I may find a job or I might find a job, it's a 10%, 50% probability you're going to find a job. But when you say I'm going to find a job, you have to tell me the calendar. So up to what day you are going to be connected with what you want. Okay, I'm gonna find a job, and then you say up to December, okay, or within 10 months, or until the end of the year I will have found a job. That's related to what you want, yeah? So this going to is more certain, that's certified that you're going to do. So take a look at these questions. When you go like impossible future, we're going to say, what do you want for your future? And the first question is, what are 2 things you plan to do next year? That's really important because it's a short term, it's not a long term goal, objective, and you tell me what are the 2 most important things that you want to do next year. So you tell me, teacher, I don't know how, but I want to travel. Okay, I want to do an international trip. So that's one. You don't think about how, okay? You just say what you want, okay? So that's the planning related to your professional area. What do you want for your job, okay? I want to work 2 more hours, or I want to reduce my working hours, okay? I want to increase or reduce, go up or go down, increase or decrease my working hours. I want to downsize, reduce the number of staff in the company, or either I want to hire somebody new, or I want to fire somebody from the staff. Yeah, that's related to the professional area. Related to the physical area, I want to start a new gym, I want to start a new sport, something that you like. Yeah, you don't have to work out or lift weights or do something that you don't like. Usually it's good to practice exercises, yeah, and you don't like to do that. For example, Zumba, Pilates, I used to love a lot, but then I got to use it too and I didn't want anymore. So you can change sports. You can go to a club, yeah, and start playing volleyball with a team, an adults team. Twice a week you can play basketball. So that's related to what you want, what are your plans for next year. And it's not this year, it's up to next year. What do you want to change in your life for next year? Okay, next year I don't want to have negative bank account. That could be a good goal for you, yeah? I don't want to have 5 credit cards. That's related to your finance area. I don't want to spend money in bullshit, yeah? Bad things that you have to buy, you don't need to buy, yeah? This gifts and small souvenirs and presents. We always have lots of bags in shopping malls. Yeah, teacher, I don't want to eat so much. Yeah, next year I want to visit that friend. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to 2 more new people every week. Okay, think about what you want to your health area, professional area, personal area, and focus about two things that you want, okay? What are 2 things you aren't going to do next year? This is super important. What's 2 things that you don't want to repeat next year? Something that you have done this year in your life that you don't want to repeat next year. So I didn't travel in some holidays. And I got really sad because I stayed home. I didn't have money for that. So next year, I won't stay home during the holidays, or the opposite. I traveled and I didn't like, so I'm going to stay in my house, all right? I'm going to be grateful. I wasn't so grateful. I didn't thank so much this year, so I want to thank more next year. You think about 2 things you did this year that you're not going to do. You had a big discussion with somebody from your family and you don't want to do this again. So what are 2 things you plan to do? What are 2 things you aren't going to do next year? Okay, I'm pretty sure the next year I'm not going to Europe. Okay, that's something that's really bold for me. First, I'm going to America, yeah? So then you can say this. What is something that you aren't going to buy next year? What's something that you are or you aren't going to buy next year? So I'll probably buy new boots in this winter, or I won't buy any new bikinis next summer. What are you going to buy? What you're not? I need a new pen, yeah? Or I really need a new book. Plan what you're going to buy. You can't buy emotion, yeah? Oh, I need that jacket. Do I really need the black jacket? How many black jackets do I have? Do I really need that jacket? We have to work with minimalism, yeah, guys? The minimalism brings a lot of happiness to us. That's reduce the material costs. It's so important to reduce the material cost for us, what we spend on this money and how we can spend in a different way, yeah? That's super important to control your finance and be happier. So you tell me about related to buying, what you want to buy and what you're not going to buy next year. Okay, I'm going to save money in order to buy a new apartment, or I want to go more to the movies, so I'm going to save money, or I'm not going to go to the movies next year in order to save money for my new car or whatever. Try to plan this buying things. Always write in a piece of paper what you really need to buy and observe with ration, yeah? Ration is what you think, because when you open an emotion, you buy lots of things that's not necessary. What's really necessary to my priorities, okay? So do I really need 10 leggings? Yeah, so it's all related to this. In my house, we have just 3 plates, 3 dishes, yeah? 3 forks, 3 knives, and 3 glasses. And you're gonna tell me, Graziella is crazy. No, I'm happy. I'm happy because I don't have a bunch of things to wash, you know. I have this, the minimalism, what I need. I have 33 pieces of clothes, and I change those clothes whenever I need. Every time I buy something new, it's time to donate because my closet's full. I don't have more than 4 doors of closet, yeah? I used to have 10 doors, yeah? I got lost in the middle of my bijoux and everything I had. Now I just have 6 pairs of earrings and they're fake, you know? They're really bijoux, they're not jewelry. And I just use them because it's important for appearance. But I based my life in a simple way now. I wasn't like this. I was total appearance all the time. And this is important for you to think related to this. This minimalism is in Netflix. You can watch it 55 minutes and talks about the secret of reducing your material costs. And it's wonderful because you start thinking about how much you have and how much you need in order to be happy. It's unbelievable. Millionaires that have just 1 jacket, 2 jeans. It's unbelievable related to this, okay? So according to our plans for the future, what will you do change in your appearance? That's related to your appearance, a new haircut or a new beard, or you want to do something new with your eyelashes, those fake eyelashes and fake nails, yeah? If you don't have vanity, it's super important to do this, yeah? I'm going to change something in my life because I want, in my appearance, but not because I don't accept myself. Okay, so for example, take a look. I have a crooked nose, yeah? And I really like my nose. I start looking at my nose and I start to like myself. You have to like the way you are, yeah? It's super difficult not to like the way you are. So then when you accept the way you are, that's something that's super important because it's related to your life, it's related to you. When I want to change and do Botox all over and do something on my mouth that I don't like, especially girls, yeah, and a lot of vanity that's related to collars and earrings and rings and appearance of something that I'm not, yeah, and a lot of makeup and they say, Graziella, this is not good. For people who don't have self-love, is super important, but that's between not having self-love and too much vanity, and you're not happy with that because it's too much energy that you input for this appearance, yeah? So think about things that you want to change in your appearance, but to love yourself more, not to put up in vanity, yeah? Nobody can touch me because I have beauty. Nobody can touch me because I have a diploma. Nobody can touch me because I have a good job. Nobody can touch me because I live in a good house. These things can't go up to your mind. That's not related to you, who you are really, the real value of human beings, yeah? The next question is, which place are you going to visit next year? Because it's unbelievable. People don't go out of the house. Sometimes you say, I don't have money to spend outside my house, but you can go to a park. You can have a picnic, yeah? You can bring some biscuits and cookies and bring it yourself. Go to a so nice free places to go, yeah? You can get a subway, a bus, and go somewhere different to visit. Museum, walk in Paulista Avenue, go to a special place there in your city, visit something that you don't know, take a look at a new lake, take a look at the new beach that's in the area, do something to pleasure yourself, to breathe new air. What are 2 new places that you're gonna visit next year? That's super important for you to open more friendship, yeah? Okay, now which place are you going to visit and what career goals do you want to achieve next year? What are the 2 career goals that you want to achieve next year? So these are the questions. I know that it's from the left to the right, yeah? The camera has this problem, but that's the question. What career goals will you achieve next year? That's related to your career. Are you going to stay in the same place next year? We're talking about 2020. All the targets that we are in July, half of the year is gone. What you plan to 2019, you can already plan 2020. What do you want from the rest of this semester up to the end of next year, yeah? What do I want for my life related to my career? Are you going to be at the same table, in the same chair, talking to the same people, live in the same place, driving the same car? Are you going to eat the same food all together and your life is going to be like this, inflexible? That's really important to have changes. And these 5 things is something that needs to change all the time. Involvement related to evolution, that's all related of changing, flexibility. So think about the two things that you want to do with your life, and when you make questions to yourself, of course you have the answers. Yeah, I'm gonna let you think for 1 minute because I'm gonna charge my cell phone. I'll be back in a second, okay, just to make you think about these career issues and personal issues related to next year, and I'll be back to close a little bit with you, okay, just a second. Okay, sorry, I was going out of batteries, so I had to charge this the new charger. I'm all new in technology, and I'm not so sure about it. Did you see our new banner? I just got that on Saturday. My husband gave it for me. It's super nice, and we are using the new banner because it's reduced. We have all pictures here to enlighten your dreams, what you want to do with English in the future. Yeah? If this English is difficult for you to understand, that's better to connect with Portuguese in on Wednesdays, yeah? But if you understand at least 50%, it's okay. I just understand 30%. Go ahead, keep listening because this is gonna help you, okay? I'm going to record this later on in YouTube, and I'm going to let it here for 24 hours, yeah, for all the students to get in contact with the language. This English listening comprehension helps you connect not with Portuguese anymore. You don't have time to translate in Portuguese, so you try to understand the idea of words. And every minute that I say, if you understand 5 words, you can get the most idea, okay? My English accent is back from California. I used to live in Texas. That's why my English is American, okay? But some teachers have British accent, okay? But there are some accents that we don't understand. For example, Indian people speak English. It's the second language they have, so sometimes it's difficult for them to understand. The accent is a second language, yeah? French people, they're always gonna have the sound, yeah. And so the Arabic people, they always have the ta ta sound, and Latin people, we like this accent of tu. So don't you worky, what is your name? Yeah, there are many Brazilian students and Brazilian teachers with this Brazilian accent. That's based when you live outside the country or not, and related to the kind of teacher you have. The person who you listen more is usually the person that you're going to copy the accent. And if your teacher has this accent, you're probably gonna have the same accent as your teacher. I remember I used to have a teacher named Claudia when I used to study in franchising, yeah, here in Brazil, and I always liked her the way she spoke, so I always copy her. She goes, "Hey guys," so now I copy her the way she spoke. It was really nice. So today we're talking about this. What are your goals? What are your objectives? What are your targets? So when you talk about aim, right back. I was having an internet problem. It was a Wi-Fi connection, yeah? Is it better now? Okay, guys. So we were talking about the goals, the aim, the target. That's all related to what you want in your life. People who has target and goals, they know where they are going. They know why they get up. They know exactly what they have to do in this agenda. And checking the items in agenda is orgasmic. You like this. It's a pleasure. It's really nice to have these aims. You need to have aims, goals, and target in business, in your personal life, in your familiar life, in the physical life. That's why I made with these 4 questions for today. What are 2 things you plan to do next year? You're planning. What are 2 things you aren't going to do next year that you want to repeat? And this can be for next year, for next week, for next month. You can put your targets on a piece of paper. Show to yourself what you want, what you don't want to your life, okay? What is something that you're going to do next year? Somebody that you're going to visit, something that you're going to buy, okay? Something that you're going to change in your appearance next year, okay? I'm going to have a new haircut. I'm going to have a new collar. I'm going to start dressing different. I'm going to try to put some blush and lipstick. I'm going to try to do my beard and mustache at least once a week. I'm going to try to take a look at my appearance better, love myself the way I am, yeah? People say, "Hi, Grazela, it's so easy for you to talk about this because you are beautiful." I'm not beautiful. I don't see myself as a beautiful person. I always compared myself to others when I was a small girl, a little girl, yeah? I don't think I am super beautiful. That's related to how much you love yourself. I can't be here because I have money or because I have beauty, I am better than anybody. No, I like to see myself the way I am. For example, if you really pay attention on me, I don't have this part of my mouth. Can you see? I don't have this part of the lips because I didn't have a baby bottle from my mother. Yeah, I didn't suck from her breast when I was a little baby. I wasn't fed by my mother's breast. So we usually don't develop this part. I could put some silicone in here and be like Anita. There's no problem related to this, to love myself better. But I decided to accept myself the way I am. And I have some wrinkles, yeah? I have some problems in my skin, but I'm not gonna show here the best part of me. I'm gonna give what I have to society. You can't pay attention too much in these looks because this makes you feel slave, yeah? Slave is escravo of beauty. So we have to pay attention to this sometimes. I used to dye my hair in highlights every month. I say, listen, 5 hours in the hairdresser every month to be a color that I'm not, yeah, because I am brown, I'm not blonde. So I decided to assume the way I am. But this is part of my evolution, because if you talk to me like this 10 years ago, I would say go to hell, because I didn't want to listen about appearance. I love makeup and fake nails and fake eyelashes, but it's part of, there's no secret of life, what's correct, what's incorrect. That's something related to what makes you feel good. There are a lot of girls that they need makeup, they need to feel good. Boys, they need new jeans, they need new jackets in order to feel better. But physical appearance is not everything related to happiness. It's just 10% part, okay? You have to focus in the others. And here it is in the list related to change something in your appearance and accept the way you are. It's not try to be another person, yeah? I will never have Adriana Galisteu nose. I think it's wonderful Adriana Galisteu nose, but I will never have her nose. So that's something related to me, myself, and I have to accept the way I am. Which place are you going to visit? Which place and which person are you going to visit? Yeah, have a coffee, talk for 5 minutes, change something in your schedule, in your routine, and then you tell me, teacher, I don't have time for anything. You don't have time for anything because you are giving priorities and focus in just one thing, perhaps work, or be a mother, or be part of the family, or pay something. And when you focus too much in just one part, you say you don't have time for others. But it's a matter of organization, yeah? It's a matter of achievements, what you want to your life. And related to your careers, yeah? I thought about the careers because the question is, are you going to stay in the same place as you are right now next year? Unless you tell me I'm super perfect, super happy. We can always improve, yeah? Get better. So the idea here is upgrade in life. And to upgrade in life, first I have to assume who I am and start thanking everything I have. Because if you start focusing in what you don't have, I'm always going to live in the downsizing. Downsizing is like I punish the place I am, the food I eat, I punish. Instead of exaltate, worship, and say thank you, I just say, no, it's missing, okay? It's missing eggs on my plate. Instead of saying, look, I have rice and beans, you say, no, it's missing eggs. So the idea first is organize yourself inside and thank for everything you have. And after you thank for everything you have, you start pleasuring what you want, perhaps because you are going to change. Don't accept this from others. So from these motivational lives, we've been talking about decisions, not suffering, secrets of happiness, why you need to decide, why you need to nag and say no sometimes, why do you have to protect yourself, yeah? Last week we talked about these improvements of expectment, so try to not expect from people. And today we're talking about goals, because people without goals are people who are dead, okay? So you're just waiting for life to bring you something new. You are waiting for heaven to drop something on your hands, and without physical aspect, you are never going to have the spiritual bless. Yeah, everybody talk about this spiritual bless. So guys, we are always talking in 33 minutes about this and input to you secrets of happiness, but for most of these, it's secrets of not to be said, yeah? The secrets to find your self-sabotator and grasp, yeah? Struggle and say, no, I don't want you in my life. bad feelings, bad thoughts that tell me I'm not enough, that I'm not good, that I'm not beautiful, that I'm not like that person. You always have to stop this comparative all the time when it's related to what you want, what I like to my life. So what do I want and what I don't want? It's so simple. With sweetness, yes, gentleness, you say, I want this, I don't want this. I want this person in my life, I don't want this person in my life. Yeah, I love you, family, but you're doing something bad for me. So I accept or not what is going to be part of my life. It's 50%, it's you that accepts, yeah? So, I don't like because of this. Stop complaining, just act. Focus more on the solution than in the problem. So what can I do from now on, daqui pra frente, that can change, yeah? Let God and let go. Yeah, that's the word for today. Let God in. Let the good possession in. Let the good positive vibration come. And let go the bad ones. Let God and let go. Just let us permit, yeah? Permit God into you. As a matter of saying, teacher Graziella is evangelic. I'm not evangelic. I'm not going to talk about Jesus Christ. I'm going to talk about you with yourself. When you permit good things to happen, it's because you love yourself. And then you say, teacher, am I crazy? Do you think I'm blocking positive things? You are. You are blocking positive things because you think you don't deserve, que você não merece. You think you're not actually the right person for that. Another person is, not me. So the lesson for today is what I want for the next year, next month, next week, next semester, next Christmas, next holiday. What do I want to my life? I'm going to keep the same, observing the same, with the same people in the same job, doing the same thing, and expecting something to happen differently. This is crazy. People are crazy. We have to start acting in order to receive the good things. And I'm going to repeat for you to remember, okay? Do this exercise to your life. I want this to my life. No, this I don't want. I want good people around me. I don't want 5 credit cards anymore. It's so simple to say this, what I want, what I don't want. When you do this, you start observing what you're going to cut. Who are you going to cut from your list next year? Who's doing bad to you? Who's the person that's not helping? Or who's something, a situation, a place, or a job, yeah? Make Uber, but go out of this company that's not helping you achieve, yeah? What's missing? Because you think if you stay in the same unflexible situation, you're not going to suffer. So I'm not going to change because the way it is, it's not so good, but it's comfortable. It's not comfortable, yeah? You're suffering. As long as you suffer, life is calling you to change, okay? So after you see what I want, what I don't want, you tell me the 2 things you want to change in your appearance, 2 things you want to do next year differently, 2 things that you don't want to do anymore, 2 people that you want to visit and have a coffee and talk a little bit. Find these 5 levels of small short-term goals and targets. And finally, you answer the question 3 times to yourself. Do I let God in? And do I let go the other bad things? Let God, let good things in, and let go the bad things, yeah? Permit it to go. Close the door. Assume the way it is, okay? That's all for today, guys. We've been 30 minutes talking in English. You can rewind. I'm going to put 24 hours here for you to watch again and listen in your ears to practice English. And I'll be back next Monday with Motivational. Next Wednesday, we have Básico, the continuing of a series of classes. We have other classes in YouTube as well. Every day we post in the feeds tips and dicas, clues of English for everybody during 5 minutes, okay? Pronunciation, vocabulary, structure. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, we always talk about survival English. It's a matter of discipline, how to speak English, what are some achievements you need to do related to virtudes que você tem que ter. That's in Portuguese, Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? So every day we have a different life. Sometimes I'm going to do in the afternoon, sometimes I'm going to do in the morning. Let's see which is better for everybody, okay? Take care. See you. I'll be with you during this week. See you. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.